And we're back.
Here we go.
Pioneers going the other way. Norman's got the ball up front. 33-28 Bryant as we enter the second half. Campbell. Washington, the jumper, good!
There we go, they needed that. They need to come out strong.
Gabrielle Washington, the jump shot, 33-30. Whittington's got the ball for Bryant, and the foul.
Ah, man, Whittington got by her, and she just reached around her.
Didn't take too much time there. That is the first foul for Norman. 8 points on the day for her. Whittington's got the ball at the top of the key, being guarded by Norman. Pioneers in a man-to-man or woman-to-woman defense, one-on-one. Schisler. And this one's breaking down the point, and it's good!
That's it. That's been their bread and butter, especially her.
Brittany Stahura.
Dribble, drive, and take it right at
8
the
points.
Pioneer defense.
Gabrielle Washington, Callan Taylor, held scoreless in the first half. Campbell. Washington down low, is gonna break. And the foul.
I mean, there was no time. Their first bucket of the second half, it was just a dribble drive and make the Pioneer front court beat you or stop you.
Washington makes the first. Washington 83% from the line this year, 25 for 30. Whittington's got the ball headed up court. Schisler down low over Taylor. Rebound Menza. Menza puts it up and gets it to go.
Again, even with Callan Taylor back in the front court. Nice.
And what a fast break layup. Gabrielle Washington. Menza, fast pace. They're not slowing down, push the tempo.
Man, they tried for a transition basket too.
And there's a whistle.
Yeah, she held her.
Third personal, second team foul. Replacing Angelina, number 15, Morgan Merriman.
Box offense, press. Nearly tipped by Norman. Menza, this one's 4-3, and it's no good, in and out. And Whittington, 3, in and out again. Menza with the rebound. A double team, puts it up, gets it in, and the foul.
That's a killer possession. You know, Sacred Heart had gotten within 3, within a bucket, 2 offensive rebounds, a hoop, and a foul.
Count the basket, shooting 1 shot, none
coming. Menza at the charity stripe, shooting 1. And makes it. Norman moving the ball up court. Pioneers looking to stay in the game, down by 6. Callan Taylor with the ball. Merriman in the corner. Taylor down low, puts it up, no good, gets the rebound, stolen. That's Schisler. Whittington with the ball going the other way for the Bulldogs. Whittington drive in the lane, picked off and stolen by Campbell. Norman pushing in the corner. For 3, no good. In and out. And it remains Pioneer ball tipped out by Brittany Stahura. 40-34 Bryant. Norman on the inbound pass, box offense, press defense. Throws it out to Callan Taylor, the jumper. No good, in and out. Rebound Campbell, foul. That's Menza. Both teams driving up the foul so far. Norman on the inbound. Back out to Callan Taylor. Campbell's gonna drive. The jumper. Good, no good. Off the board. And sorry, Washington. Campbell with the rebound, puts it up and gets it to go. 40-36.
Both front courts are working hard down there. It's good to see a little East Coast basketball.
And that's Schussler in the corner. Schussler. Norman applying that pressure defense. It's 1-on-1 D. Backwards pass. Menza over Callan Taylor. Off the board. Rebound Merriman. It's going the other way. Washington down low to Callan Taylor. Double team. Merriman. Open jumper. Good.
Here come the Pioneers.
And Campbell falls on the floor. Schisler, the open three. No good. Rebound. Out of bounds. That was Sahara, who had trouble controlling the ball there. Substitution on the court. And Whittington inbound for the Bulldogs. Kick out. Douglas. Push the tempo. Down low to Menza. No good. Rebound Merriman. Washington puts it up. And the foul. Douglas. Campbell going to the, Washington going to the line, shooting two. Timeout on the floor. 40-38 Bryant. Who has the edge so far in momentum?
Well, just like they finished the first half, Bryant came out and really had a good start to the second half. I know we're only 4 minutes in, but then Sacred Heart came alive. Bryant started missing some shots. Sacred Heart finally started to get the rebounds. They put some baskets in, and now they're on the line down by 2. So I would give momentum right now to the Pioneers.
Both teams with 3 fouls so far. Callan Taylor scoreless. Is it that double team defense that Bryant's applying?
I really think it is. And at first, Sacred Heart was able to take advantage of it by finding the open man and hitting uncontested shots. But they kind of went cold shooting. So I would like to see him get back to more of that.
Pioneers down by 2. Their leading scorer is Washington and Blair Kasuski with 9 points. All of Blair's points have been on 3-pointers. It'll be Gabrielle Washington from the line. 83.3%. She made her last 2 foul shots. And at the line shooting 2, makes the first. Cool and collected at the line. And makes them both. Tie game. And whoops, there it is. Bryant, the violation. Whistle on the floor. Meredith Soper inbound. Douglas with the ball. Pioneers pressing. Douglas takes control. Now Douglas around, looking for an open person. Callan Taylor kicks it out. It'll remain a Bryant ball.
Once again, we're starting to see the Bryant offense have some trouble with the shoot defense.
Whittington with the ball. Down low to Douglas. Back out, wild pass, and it goes out of bounds. Pioneer ball.
Maybe she was 5'5", she would have came down with that. But 5'4", nope.
The game of inches. Norman takes control. And there's the open jumper, in and out. Washington misses. Whittington for 3 from downtown. Gets it in.
Stop and pop.
Whittington.
She's got 11.
Junior from Ohio. Norman with the ball. Merriman down low, puts it up, gets it to go.
What a move. It looked like she'll spin right. Everybody defended that way. She spun left and laid it in.
Throwing the Hail Mary pass down court there, didn't work. 43-42, Bryant. It was a defensive battle to begin. Both teams had a really big lead at one point. Now it's more back and forth.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that for the rest of the game, too.
Anything you could do, I could do better. That kind of tempo. What a steal by Norman. Fast break, puts it up, and it's in. What a play by Erica Norman. Gives the Pioneers the lead.
Another lead change.
It's going to be a game of who makes the next mistake. And that's travel. Around the world, Meredith Soper.
Merriman wanted a reach in, but she didn't get it.
Campbell with the ball. Callan Taylor. Norman down low to Merriman. Merriman drives the lane, puts it up, off the glass. Rebound, Bryant.
She made a good move to get there. She just put up a brick.
And there's one from downtown. Kaylin Hink. Bryant leads by 2.
Another huge 3 from the Bulldogs.
Campbell on the outside gives to Callan Taylor for 3. In and out. Blair with a rebound out to Norman. And there she goes. From downtown. God! 3-point machine. Kemashevsky with 12 points, all from beyond the arc.
This is going to turn into a boxing match here. Punch for punch.
47-46. Pioneers lead by 1. Whittington from downtown again.
Unbelievable. The 6th lead change of the game.
Katie Whittington, 14 points for Bryant.
They're 7 for 11 from 3 are the Bulldogs.
Merriman, the open lane, gets it in.
Good look from Kamiszewski.
Tied again. The neck and neck stuff is more exciting.
I was just going to say, this is getting exciting, ain't it, Vin?
That one's out of bounds, tipped out. And Bryant will hold possession. Substitution on the floor. Seems like the Bryant Bulldogs applying that kind of pressure to Callan Taylor is what the Pioneers need to be doing with Katie Whittington.
Yeah, right now. I mean, the shots she's hitting are big shots. They're hurt. You know, they're daggers. They hurt.
Tried the pick and roll there. It didn't work. Offensive foul. Pioneers get the ball. Callan Taylor to inbound for the Pioneers. Campbell for 3 off the rim. Menza's got the rebound. It's going the other way. Gives way to Whittington. Whittington drives to the basket. Stolen by Callan Taylor. Merriman on the assist. Down low, Merriman again gets it in.
She, just like Menza for Bryant, she's becoming very tough to stop down there offensively.
Merriman effective from down low. Whittington with the ball. Setting up the shot. Guarded by Norman. Gives to Soper. Whittington back out. Callan Taylor with the interception. The steal. It's going the other way. Norman down low. Merriman puts it up. Picked up by Callan Taylor off the rim. Gets the rebound. Campbell. Merriman back out. The short jumper. No good. Rebound Campbell. Puts it up.
Wow.
And the foul.
Were the Pioneers working hard down there?
What a sequence of events.
We got a basketball game here, man.
51-49 Pioneers. There's 11:19 left. It's a 2-point lead. And so far this half, we've seen back and forth action. Relentless pressure in the paint.
7 lead changes. And you know what? There's going to be more.
There's going to be a lot more than that. Seems like it's an offensive showdown. It's a battle of the West.
I tell you what. down low, we got Merriman from the Pioneers, and we got Bryant Smedstead. And they're getting pretty hard to stop down there. And
they're leaving Merriman open.
Even though she hasn't scored, she's got a steal. She's got about 5 boards and assists. She's starting to look good.
Calantero, the all-time leader in school history in rebounds as of Monday night, and continues on that lead.
Considering she sat most of the first half, she's got 6 rebounds. I mean, you can't be too worried about that. But the 0 for 8 from the field that's tough.
It's amazing how many lead changes there have been. It's amazing that in the game right now, Pioneers have 3 players in double figures. Both teams have 5 fouls. It's an aggressive offensive showdown.
Yep.
Now, Campbell at the line, shooting 2. Misses. And Campbell misses the second. Campbell 60% from the free throw line. Whittington's got it. Schossler. Through the legs. Loose ball. Merriman's got it.
That looked like a center and a quarterback there.
Merriman, top of the key. Norman wide open. Whittington falls to the floor. Callan Taylor on the double team again. Merriman down low, gets it in again.
Taylor thought about it. She saw the cutting Merriman. She hit her in stride, and they got a 4-point lead.
Merriman's got 12 points. Most of those points within the last few minutes. The player on fire right now for the Pioneers. There's Hink. In the corner is Whittington. Guarded by Callan Taylor. Down low. Puts it up. In and out. Callan Taylor with the rebound. Stahura missed the shot there. Norman. Campbell's got the ball. Callan Taylor for a 3. God!
That's a big shot. It gets her
and
going.
whoop, there it is.
Gives the squad a 6-point lead. That's a big shot.
30-second timeout. The winning number.
Callan Taylor knocks it down from downtown. 55-49. The Pioneers lead. Timeout on the floor.
There's only 19 girls in the country who have more double-doubles this year than Callan Taylor. With about 10 minutes left, she needs 7 points for 10 points. She might not get that, but rebounding, she's got 7 boards, considering she sat most of the first half.
The shot by Callan Taylor is now being called a 2-pointer. 9:53 left to go in the half. Pioneers lead by 6. Callan Taylor second in the conference in rebounds. Third in the conference in assists. What's the key to winning the rest of the game? Is it more defense or more offense that is going to control the rest?
I think a lot has turned around when Sacred Heart started playing better front court defense. It stopped fouling down there and started really making plays down there. Offensively, too, they're making plays in the front court.
Drives to the lane is Douglas. She's fouled and she'll be shooting too. Merriman's third foul. Douglas.
Merriman's got 3. That might be a problem because she had 2 points in the first half. She played 14 minutes. She's got 10 points in 10 minutes in this half already. And she's been a real force down low. So she's out.
Douglas 78% on the season from the line, makes the first. One more left, and banks it. And it's a 4-point lead. Norman. Callan Taylor, top of the key. Norman's got the ball again. Washington gets it in.
Deep focus on the line.
Washington 13 points on the day. Douglas going all around the court. Stolen by Norman. It's a kick. It's a loose ball. Loose ball foul.
They were both on the floor. The ball is bouncing around and he hit the defender's foot. That's an interesting kick ball.
Cardamon. Down low. It's a terrible pass. Threw it behind her.
Whoops. That's not how you lead the cutter.
Callan Taylor inbound from the Pioneers. Norman to bring it up court. Controlling the tempo, Pioneers lead by 6. Blair Kudashewski to Callan Taylor. There's Gabrielle Washington. Drives away, puts it up, and the foul.
What a move.
Caitlin Hink hit her on the arm on the way by. Washington back to the line.
She spun to her left, transferred to her right, put up the shot, and got hooked around the net.
And Washington makes it first.
Substitution Bryant, number 15, American Soper.
Bryant substitutes. Stober back in the game. Washington got one more left, and she banks it. 59-51. Douglas to head it up court. On the pick.
Sacred Heart is approaching their largest lead of this game, which was 10.
Stober. Wow.
That's a punt.
Kick save and a beauty. Swanson looking for the double dribble.
Looks like my boy Steve Weatherford, huh?
I mean, he did pretty well for the Giants this year.
That safety, man, that safety was big.
Douglas to inbound. Kick out. Stober. 3. No good, in and out. Rebound on Julie Bland. It's Pioneer ball.
Bryant hasn't scored in about 5 minutes now.
It's a drought again, just like the Pioneers had in that first half.
Absolutely. It was pretty much the same time. It was a 5-minute drought that really hurt Sacred Heart.
Pioneers taking the momentum shift. Bryant over the limit. Anjali Bland to the line, shooting 1-1. Bland 54 for 60 from the line. Makes it the first. 5 points on the day for Bland.
This would be big if Sacred Heart could hit these free throws while in the penalty.
Bland makes them both. 10-point lead for the Pioneers. They got it back.
The southpaw hitting 2.
Whittington. That one's down low to Menza. Falls away.
You got to hit that. There was nobody there.
It's the tip by Candle, controlled by Norman. Norman, top of the key, gives to Campbell. Outside, Callan Taylor.
This could be a possession that makes it hurt.
Washington, the deep jumper. In and out. Tipped out. And last touched by the Pioneers. Timeout.
Media timeout on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dan, they've taken the lead back. Is it more of the offense or is it more of the aggressive D?
No, that's a good question. I'll be diplomatic and say both, because offensively, they're hitting shots. They're hitting big shots. I love big shots. It's more than just on the scoreboard, you know. And defensively, Bryant's going cold, yeah, but Sacred Hearts, they're playing physical defense and it's paying off. And they got their largest lead back, which with 8 minutes left, Sacred Hearts got a real good chance of holding on.
Both teams in foul trouble, needing to be cautious here the rest of the way. The fouls will definitely be critical towards the end of the game.
Yeah, Bryant, I think, has to be more cautious than Sacred Heart. Because Sacred Heart, A, they're in the lead, and B, they can hit their free throws. But, even though Bryant is not a good free throw shooting team, even though they're shooting good today at 10 for 16, you don't want to let a team come back on the free throw line. If a team's going to come back from 10, make them beat you.
I think the Pioneers are going to try to have, well, they don't want anybody getting fouled, but Washington is the one you want to avoid if you're Bryant. You don't want her getting back to the line.
No, absolutely not.
Whittington takes it up. That's Stahura. Douglas. Menza, the jumper. Off the rim. Rebound, Callan Taylor. Tip to Erica Norman.
Now that was Sacred Heart defense.
Wow. Callan Taylor couldn't catch up to it in time. Ball goes out of bounds. Going shotgun offense here. Stahura inbounds to Whittington. Bryant looking to set up. Down low to Menza. Puts it up. In and out. Rebound and Bland. Erica Norman drives it forward. That's Campbell on the outside wing. Taylor back to Norman. Campbell's got the ball. It's passing time. Washington. Norman for three. God! Norman from downtown.
She said, "You better put a hand in my face. You better put a body on me." Wide open, they left her. She nailed it.
13 points for Norman. The Pioneers lead 64-51. 6:54 left to go. And
so Swanson takes a 30-second here. That's an interesting call.
Inside the huddle, drawing up a game plan the rest of the way. For the Pioneers, it's more about keeping the lead, playing defense aggressively, and maintaining composure. Bryant needs to keep from fouling, need to make selective shots, and keep composure.
Yeah, if I'm sure, I don't change a thing.
Stay with what works. Whittington setting up the play. Douglas is going to drive to the hole. Kick out. Menza. Stolen by Callan Taylor. Norman sets up the offense. Campbell on the outside. Gives to Bland. Push. Norman. And there's the jumper. Callan Taylor misses. Rebound Washington. And falls to the floor. There's a whistle on the play. And the foul. And guess who's going back to the line, Dan?
Yeah, there she is.
Just say, the one person you don't want to foul.
Freshman from Arizona. This girl could play ball. She's going to be a star at this school.
Key word is freshman there. She makes a shot. She's going to be here for a couple more years.
Maybe talent-wise, I mean, there's not too many girls on the team now.
Washington sinks them both.
Who are better than her.
Largest lead of the game for the Pioneers. They lead 66-51. Stober in the corner being guarded heavily by Campbell. drives to the lane, double team, and the foul. Campbell with her second foul. 7th team foul for the Pioneers. And going to the line is Meredith Soper, junior out of Winthrop, Mass. She misses the first one. It hits off the rim. Substitution for the Pioneers. Konashevsky and Merriman back into the game. And makes the second. Taylor on the inbound. Taylor takes control, gives to Konashevsky. Taylor for 3. No good. Rebound Whittington. On the high bounce, headed up court on the fast break. Fast tempo needed for the Bryant Bulldogs. This one's for 3. Meredith Soper closes the gap. 11-point lead for the Pioneers. That one's a deep jumper from Washington. Take 2.
Well, we get to the point here where Bryant's got to make stops. They can't exchange baskets. They're just too far behind right now.
Stover with the ball. Wide open in the corner. That's a deep 2-pointer. Courtney Schisler. Konashevsky. Outlet pass. That one is put up. Foul on Gabrielle Washington. Back to the line.
I don't know why she passed. She had the baseline.
Shooting 2 shots, Gabrielle Washington.
Washington shooting 2 again. Bryant now with 9 team fouls. Washington makes the first.
Yeah, you should probably stop sending her to the line.
And makes the second. 13-point lead.
21 to lead all scorers.
5 left to go. Menza's gonna drive. Puts it up. No good. Washington with a rebound.
Norman's gonna slow things down.
Callan Taylor down low. Offensive charge.
It was a good idea. She cut through the basket. She got it. She just didn't account for a black jersey to be right there.
Inbound for Bryant. Whittington's going to take it up court. Burke yelling plays for the Bulldogs. Whittington almost had travel there. Menza's got the ball. Drive into the lane. Schisler puts it up, and it is in and out. Rebounded by Konashevsky. That's Merriman. Blair, Konashevsky, down, that's a 3.
That hurt. with 4:02 left.
A dagger.
Yeah, that's the definition of a dagger.
All of Blair Konashevsky's points have come from beyond the arc.
You know what? They needed it too, because when she's been hitting big shots. You know, that help close the gap or help extend the gap. And that's what she just did here.
Students, be sure to stay with us until the end of the game when we announce the winner of the Heart Attack Club Nikon digital camera.
Bryant's inbound. It'll be Brittany Stahura to throw the ball in for the Bulldogs. And Swanson having a talk with one of the officials over there in the corner. And Whittington will bring it up court for the Bulldogs. Menza tipped up in the air. Washington recovers. That's Merriman on the tip. Norman slowing down the tempo, keeping the pace and the momentum with the Pioneers. Campbell's got the ball on the outside. That's Merriman. Down low to Callan. Taylor puts it up and gets it in.
There we go. You still got to try to find her down low.
Pressure defense. In the corner is Schisler. Three-pointer. Schisler nails it from downtown. 75-60, favor of the Pioneers, crossing over the 3-minute mark left to go in the game.
They got to take their time here. No rush. Not with a 15-point lead in 3 minutes.
Norman's got the ball, pulling it back in the front court. Norman, the deep jumper. God! Norman, 15 points today. 17-point lead for the Pioneers. That's Stober in the corner being guarded by Campbell. And there's the deep jumper by Brittany Stahura.
She could hit from that elbow or right around it. She's been impressive there.
2:26 left to go. 77-62 Pioneers. Timeout on the floor. More or less, the Pioneers are looking to milk it here.
Yeah, I mean, 2:26. Bryant, this half, hasn't showed that they could score in bunches like that. And, quite frankly, Sacred Heart is playing pretty good offensive. And Bryant's not getting stopped, so I don't see the 15-point gap closing.
Taylor on the inbound. Norman being pressed in the backcourt. Whittington almost fouled her. And she makes it.
I mean, they're still playing man.
Norman, Callan, Taylor's got the ball. She's going to head towards the hole. Pass out Campbell.
Somebody's got to shoot it.
Looking for the foul. It's a violation. Shot clock.
Media timeout.
And a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes left to go.
And cheerleaders.
I mean, this is it. Sacred Heart's got a $1.54 to close this out with the 15-point lead. Walk away here with the win. I mean, at first, you know, it looked tough. I mean, Bryant took an 8-point lead in the first half at one point. But Sacred Heart came back firing on all cylinders, defensively and offensively. And that's how they got this lead.
And despite a shift of momentum throughout, you had the Pioneers that started off the game pretty well. There was a defensive battle. Bryant Bulldogs took a large lead of their own. You head into the half with Bryant having the lead. It comes out in the second half, and you got a momentum shift. It was a back and forth, but now the Pioneers have taken total control of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because we were talking about the lead changes in how it was a slugfest, and they're going punch for punch. But then all of a sudden, Sacred Heart started limiting their chances, Bryant's chances down low. And quite frankly, they started hitting every shot. I mean, they're hitting from all over the court. Big threes, jumpers from 12, under the hoop.
Whittington looking to take control. And there's the deep two-pointer. That is Brittany Stahura.
Nobody was there. She could shoot the rock from that distance.
That's 12 points for Stahura. 77-64. Norman slowly creeping it into the front court. They aren't in any hurry. Merriman almost lost the ball there. Campbell, Norman.
Doesn't look like Bryant's going to intentionally foul here.
Norman puts it up and gets it in. Timeout, Bryant. What's this timeout about for Bryant? Why is Mary Burke?
I can't answer that one. If I'm Mary Burke, I don't know, man.
Talking about keeping
You got to
composure.
figure this game's over.
Maybe there's going to be some sort of crazy miracle that happens.
I mean, optimistically, you're 5 shots away. So they got the ball here, so that's 4 stops. It would be a 3-stop, 3-stop, 5 shots, 4 stops, and
Pioneers are bringing it down to the very last second on the shot clock, though, so it'd be extremely difficult.
I think Bryant's got to start fouling here.
And now under a minute to go. This one from downtown, no good. Pioneers got the ball. Katie Shepard in the backcourt.
They're still playing one-on-one. Doesn't look like they're going to foul. The ball's over midcourt.
Playing hard to the final whistle. 40 seconds left to go. Shepard just roam in the court.
Shepard's in for
Shepard for 3, in and out. Rebound Stahara. Whittington in a hurry and need be. Throws it up, air ball intercepted Merriman. Shepard's gonna hold on to it.
Gonna be it. If
We're gonna hold on for the last
that's
shot.
it.
And starting the way the game did, it will end in a 79-64 victory for the Pioneers. Shepard holds on as the clock winds down.
Oh, what a second half.
Ball game. With that final buzzer, the Pioneers defeat the Bulldogs by a score of 79-64. Gabrielle Washington, 21 points on the day, leading all scorers for both teams.
That's, the superstar didn't have that good a game offensively, but everybody else picked up, especially the freshman Washington. She was great. She was great from the line. Norman played great at point. Down low. Down low was Merriman, and that was it. That was the key to success tonight.
Seemed like one of the other keys to this game was the role players like Blair Konashevsky, like Merriman, making those shots when they needed to, and it really helped boost them because they were left wide open.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I couldn't agree more. That's what turned this thing around.
And Washington, of course, controlling the tempo for the game. The Pioneers improve to 18-6 on the season, 11-2 inside the Northeast Conference. The Bryant Bulldogs now 13-11 on the year, 6-7 overall.
Yeah, can I players and coach?
6-7 right now in the Bryant Bulldogs. 22 for 53 overall for the Bulldogs.
Washington.
9 for 15 from field goals. 33-28 at the halftime for Bryant. In the second half, it was a takeover for the Sacred Heart Pioneers, outscoring the Bulldogs 51-31.
0-1-6-8-9-1.
And both teams will square off again. It is NEC Rivalry Week. And in just a few days, this coming Wednesday, the Sacred Heart Pioneers will travel to Bryant to face off against the Bulldogs in the home-and-home matchup in this basketball set. Washington, the star player for the Pioneers today, scoring 21 points, having 2 fouls and overall had 3 assists, maybe that 1, but really controlled the tempo. Erica Norman, 8 assists, the point guard for the Pioneers, really set the tempo, set the pace, and to begin the game, the Pioneers had a large lead of 18-8 to start. Defensive battle, that press defense was kept throughout the game. Got a little bit sloppy after that. And that's when Bryant took control. They tied the game. They took the 10-point lead. And they had the momentum going into the half. They had pushed the tempo to where they needed it to be. Their offense was great. They were pretty well efficient from downtown. The three-pointers were working well. Whittington had a big game for the Bulldogs. Had 14 points today, but more or less set the tone as the point guard for the Bulldogs in this matchup here. Second half opened up, and it was more or less that back and forth action. You had neck and neck, both teams going at it, the offensive battle, one shot after another. Both teams going to each end. It was that fast-paced offense that really helped both teams do well in the second half. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they couldn't keep the tempo. They lost out on their pace. The big shift of momentum for the Pioneers was able to give them the victory. And an underrated, potentially underrated fact about today's game is the way the role players have played. Coming off the bench, Blair Konashevsky and Morgan Merriman really had star performances today in this game. And the Pioneers looking to win the Northeast Conference for the first time in just a few years, having a spectacular season, being led by senior Callan Taylor. Ended the game with about 4 points today. It's not always about how you start, it's about how you finish. The final score today from the William H. Pitt Center, the Pioneers 79 and the Bryant Bulldogs 64. Game time about an hour and a half. 20 minutes half, combined with the timeouts, and you're looking at the halftime performances. Both teams back to the drawing board. Ed Swanson and the Lady Pioneers can celebrate the victory today, knowing that they have a rematch with these very same Bulldogs this coming Wednesday at Bryant University. And both teams using contributing factors from each of these games. The Bryant Bulldogs looking to rebound in their rematch. The Bryant Bulldogs have not won a game against the Pioneers since 2008. The Pioneers have now won 6 straight against the Bulldogs in a series that now has the Pioneers on top 8-7 in a rivalry that started in 1981 where the Bulldogs blew it open with wins in their overall record. The rivalry will continue next week. And pretty much since both teams joined the Northeast Conference and the Division I level, the Pioneers have excelled on the basketball court. A few more games left to go in the season. Pioneers looking to more or less win out. They're looking to have success the rest of the way, win the conference, and hope for whatever comes after that. Bryant Bulldogs certainly have a lot of work to do. They need a few more wins. They are right now going into today 6th in the conference, in the Northeast Conference, with 13 wins, and they are now 6-7 inside the conference. Something that's definitely not good for them. Something definitely need to work on. The tempo was great. The fans were great. There was an overall atmosphere that was absolutely amazing. Pandemonium at Shoe, for sure. So this afternoon, the Sacred Heart Pioneers defeated the Bryant Bulldogs by a score of 79-64. For Dan Otzel and the rest of the crew here, I'm Vinny Ebenau, saying so long and see you around the court.